Hey, what's up YouTube? Spawny here. Today I'm coming back for you guys. Get into my chair here. Today we got like an update video as to what the hell's been going on with me. And then we have a Pendulum Magician deck profile, first place from a small locals that I went to on Saturday. Today's Monday, I had more computer issues. I got a new computer, and then the audio system installed in it had to be completely taken out and redone, so it had to go back into the store. They had to ship it to Dallas, and it was gone for over a month. So I was computerless for almost a month. And plus, it was just on top of that, it was zoo format, and there wasn't really anything interesting going on, so I wasn't really too active in the community. Wasn't really playing a whole lot, just because playing zoo and mirror matches all day wasn't really that fun. So now we have a new ban list. Zoo's dead. I'm back, and I'm playing Pendulum Magician for the moment. When Spiral comes out, we'll see what we do. I really like this deck. I've been playing with it for the past couple days, about a week now. I took it to a local. This is the rough draft build that I took. I got first place with it. So we're gonna go ahead and jump into the deck profile, and I'll explain a little bit about the deck. This is not Jeff Jones' list, so you're not watching that deck profile for the 38th millionth time. Start off 3 Skull Crobat Joker. This is your Stratos. It's really like the only true normal summon of your deck, so why not play 3? Searches almost every card in your deck. 3 Wisdom Eye Magician. He's really good. He pops himself off, replaces himself with another Magician Pendulum from your deck to the scale, triggers your Pendulum Graph, which is really nice. Also triggers Astrograph in your hand. So, very good card. Definitely want to play 3 of him. The only way he could be better is if he was a dark. But he's still very good, so we play 3. 3 Harmonizing Magician. This is probably the best main deck Magician monster. When it's Pendulum summoned from the hand, you special summon any dark spellcaster Magician monster from your deck, Magician Pendulum monster from your deck, rather, in defense position, and then it gets banished. At the end, when it's released the field, it gets banished, but he's a tuner. So he makes all your synchro plays, or she rather, makes all your synchro plays happen. So definitely like one of the best cards in the deck. 1 card, any level 8 synchro in your deck, really good. 3 Double Iris Magician. And her Pendulum effect is she gives every monster you control 100 attack and defense for each face-up Magician monster in your Pendulum zone with different names, or in your extra deck with different names. Not really the most relevant. You don't place her in your scale a whole lot, but sometimes the attack boost can be kind of relevant. So, then 3 Double Iris. This pops itself to give any dark spellcaster you control. It does double battle damage that turn. And then when its monster effects, when it's destroyed, it searches for Pendulum Graphs. So you pop it off, make something do double damage, and then search for a Pendulum Graph card, which is really good. 3 Purple Poison Magician. This is your big low scale. Her Pendulum effect is she pops herself to boost a dark spellcaster by 1200 attack. And then her monster effect is really good because when she's destroyed, she pops another card. So if you pop her with like your Time Pendulum Graph, you get to destroy 1 card with your Pendulum Graph and then 1 card with her. So she's very good for that. 2 Astrograph Sorcerer. His Pendulum effect is completely irrelevant, involves Stargazer Magician. But his monster effect is when a card you control is destroyed, or a card is destroyed, I believe, you get to special summon from your hand, and then you can search a copy of any monster from your extra deck, face-up extra deck, graveyard, or field, I believe, and then search a copy of the same card from your deck. So he's very good for that. Only play 2, the third, you don't need 3. He's also a low scale, which is very good. Downside to him is he doesn't have Magician in his name, so you can't search him with Skull Crobat, but you can search him with Wavering Eyes, which is very good. 2 Black Fang Magician. His Pendulum effect, he pops himself to half an opponent's monster, and when he's destroyed, he's a monster reborn for any dark spellcaster. from the graveyard. So only 2 of him because like his monster effect isn't the most relevant. But you could play 3. 3 definitely wouldn't be bad, but I opted to just play 2. Reborning something like just because you're playing a Pendulum deck isn't always the most relevant, so only 2. 1 Oath, he recycles stuff and for his Pendulum effect. His monster effect is never even used. Yeah. Yeah, when he's normal or special summon, you target a Pendulum Magician or Odd Eyes monster in your graveyard and add it to your hand. So, but really, you don't really Pendulum summon him that much. So you mainly just place him in your scale to get something back. 1 White Fang Magician. This was a personal choice. I opted to play her because she's a tuner in a low scale. But the fact that she banishes herself just makes her not really that good, and she's a wind, so only 1. You don't even have to play if you don't want to. 2 Pendulum Sorcerer. You play this because you can pop like your double Iris in your Pendulum Zone to search Joker for your normal summon, and then also trigger your stuff. You don't play enough targets to resolve this for 2, but you can just pop the 1 card, search your Joker, and then get its effect. So play 2 of him. He's also a low scale, which is relevant. 2 Luster Pendulum. Cut this card. It was trash. In theory, this card was really good because you could like pop your double Iris, search another double Iris, and then set your scale. But don't play this card. I didn't like it at all. I wouldn't play this again. I'm definitely cutting both. 2 Apex Avian. I know a lot of people don't like this card. I like this card because it allows you to have something really strong going first, other than just the synchro. It allows you to put a negation on board as well. Really good versus ABC, stop their hanger, stop like a crucial back row, etc. I always cite these out going second, but going first, this card's really good, so I like 2. And the last monster is Max C because it's really good going second. That's it for the monsters. Spells, 3 Duelist Alliance. This searches your Pendulum graphs, and the only activation requirement is to have a Pendulum, a card in your Pendulum Zone. So, yeah, 3 Duelist Alliance, very good. 3 Wavering Eyes, main deck out to the mirror is always good. We get to play Wavering Eyes Wars again, which is always fun, right? But this card triggers all your magicians and searches you cards and deals bird damage a little bit. So, and then if you resolve it in the mirror match, it's even better. So yeah, 3 Wavering Eyes. 3 Desires. This is, some people don't like this card in this deck. I love it because I think just like having the extra cards is really, really good for you. So sometimes like if you brick scales, this gives you a chance to unbrick. So definitely like that. And then 2 Star Pendulum Graph. You play the second one because you want to have the access to this card. This card just continually keeps plussing you. So if any Pendulum card you control leaves the field or is destroyed from your Monster Zone or your Pendulum Zone, you get to add a Magician Pendulum from your deck to your hand. It doesn't even have to be destroyed, it just has to leave the field. Or leave the zone, rather, I believe. It says just leave the zone. Yeah, leaves your Monster Zone or Pendulum Zone. You just get to add one, so it's really good for that. So just continually plussing yourself, and then it makes them unable to be... your opponent can't target spellcasters you control spells or effects, which is really good. So yeah, you definitely, like, you play the second one because if it gets Cosmic Cyclone, you want to have access to the second one. So, yeah. And then the last spell card is Pendulum Call. Only 1. You can search this with Duelist Alliance, which is good. In addition to your graph, Duelist Alliance also searches this. But if this gets ashed, it just sucks. Especially going first, you play this, you discard a card, they ash it, you now have 3 cards in your hand. So only 1 of this. You can search it with Duelist Alliance if you need it, but you don't need any more than just the 1. And then onto the traps, I only play 2. I play 2 of the Time Pendulum Graph. This card's insane. Your opponent can't target spellcasters with traps or effects, and then during either player's turn, once a turn, you can target. Oh, it's a trap, so during either player's turn, obviously, but you know what I'm saying. So you can target a monster, a magician, pendulum you control, and then any other card on the field, destroy them both. But if you activate the effect and it fails to destroy 2 cards, you get to send any card on the field to the graveyard. So you're getting rid of 2 cards no matter what, so this card's like super strong. Again, I play the second one because if it gets like Cosmic Cyclone or destroyed somehow, you want to have access to the second one. Because this card is just super powerful in this deck, so you always want to have access to the second one at all times, which is very good. So yeah, that's the main deck. Right now it's 42 cards, but I would just cut both of these garbage cards and just play 40. which is what I'm doing now. But I wanted to show you guys the deck list I got first with. So yeah. Onto the extra deck, we play Starving, the Supreme Dragon King Starving Venom thing. This is really good because if you Pendulum Summon into your Pendulum Zone and they Floodgate you and it's a Dark, which normally it is, unless it's a Wisdom Eye, you can suck it up with this and another monster to put this there, and that unlocks your extra deck zone again, so you just don't lose from that. Also, this copy's effects. One funny thing I did with this is my opponent had a Zaphion on the field versus True Draco. He had summoned Zaphion versus me and like set some back row. And then I made this with 2 Jokers, and I copied the Zaphion effect and swung into his Zaphion and shuffled all his stuff back and just blew him out because of it. So it was very good. Stardust, this is good versus Wavering Eyes. I never make it though. I've considered cutting it. Supreme King Dragon Clearwing. This dark holes your opponent's field when it's summoned, and then it kills anything it attacks for damage step, and then or damage calculation, and then deals damage equal to that monster's attack. So it's very good for that purpose. Enlightenment Paladin. I love this card. If you make it with a Magician, you get to add back any spell card from your graveyard. And then when it kills something, it deals damage equal to that monster's original attack. It's really good though if you can like pump it with double iris it, and then or like purple poison or black fang their monster. So like if you like do double iris and then black fang their monster, the monster goes down to half, and then this makes it do double damage, and then it deals the original attack, so not the half attack, or you can just give it another 12 and make it do double damage with purple poison, which is very good. So Enlightened Paladin's really good. Omega, I make this going first with my Harmonizing play when I don't know what I'm playing against. Oftentimes I'll make this first going anyway, because then you can just return it to a main monster zone and unlock your extra monster zone for whatever you need for the next turn. So yeah, Omega is really good. Plus making your opponent start with 5 cards instead of 6 is good. Ignister, this destroys your stuff, so you can like trigger your double iris and whatnot. And then just non-targeting removal, generically good. And then Beals, because True Draco doesn't have a real out to this outside of Stormforth, so this card's very good. Extra deck, I played Dire Wolf. This came up like once to destroy a back row, so I played it for that purpose. It's okay. I'll probably keep it just because, like, situationally, like I said, it did come up once. But yeah. And then Tornado Dragon, this is really good going first versus like Paleozoic, so can make this very good. Supreme King Dragon Dark Rebellion. This is everything in the original Dark Rebellion ever wanted to be. Detach 1, drop their opponent's monster's attack to 0, suck up whatever its attack was. So it just gets really beefy really fast. And you only detach 1, which is very good. Utopia package, just to get over stuff. It's problematic. If you can't make Beals or for whatever reason, this is an optioned out masterpiece. 2-time Star Magician, he searches for stuff. You really don't need the second one. The one's fine. Also, he prevents stuff from being destroyed too, which is good. And then the last card is the Decode Talker. Situationally, theoretically, this could come up, so I played it. It never came up, though. You probably don't need to play it, but I play it just in case it does become relevant. And then for the side deck, played 2 Zaphion. This card's a blowout versus True Draco. I'm considering the third. We played 2 Denko as well for Paleozoic and Draco. Both of these cards are good versus both decks, but this one's better versus Paleo versus this one's better versus Draco. But both cards are really good. 2 of the Fairy Tale Luna. I never sided this in. It's like a weaker Kieran, so take that as you will. 2 Gamma Seal. Kaijus are just good generic side cards. Plus theoretically, like this is good versus like Masterpiece. Good versus ABC Dragon Buster as well. So good for that purpose. 2 System Down because this card's a blowout versus ABC. And Cosmo as well. Regeki and Dark Hole because we always sided our generic board wipes. And the last card we played in the side deck was 3D Barrier because skipping your opponent's turn in the mirror match is just super good. So yeah. But that's it for the deck, guys. Let me know what you guys thought about it. I really like the deck. Like I said, if you want to play this list, don't play this card. This card's trash. Just play 40 cards without these. That's what I'm doing. Yeah, so thanks for watching, guys. Like I said, I'll hopefully be back and uploading again more consistently now that I have a computer again and all that fun stuff. But yeah, so thanks for watching, guys. Comment, rate, subscribe, follow me on Twitter. Link will be in the description below like always, and I will see you guys in the next video. Spawny out.